on network analysis, and this module will discuss on introduction, terminologies, basic concept, and simple numericals on PERT and CPM. Let us go for the introduction to network analysis. Network analysis, the combination of interrelated activity that must be, the entire task can be completed, is called as a project. The activities are interrelated in logical sequence in such a way that some activities cannot be started until some other are completed and are known as predecessors. That means there are some restriction where the activities cannot be achieved until the first activity must be completed. Two analytical techniques for planning, scheduling, and controlling of a project are program evaluation and review technique known as PERT and critical path method denoted as CPM. These methods are basically network-oriented techniques using the same principle and are time-oriented methods. That means the project will be completed within an optimal time schedule. PERT and CPM techniques will minimization of the total completion of time of a project, overall cost, and so on. That means these two techniques are adopted in order to minimize the total completion time of a project and also to reduce the overall cost. The basic steps in PERT CPM involves planning, scheduling, and controlling. These are the three basic steps involved in PERT and CPM. That means first step is planning, second scheduling, the terminology used in PERT and CPM. This activity, it is a job that requires time and resource for completion, is known as an activity. Node, or you call it as an event, it indicates the starting and ending of an activity. Starting and ending of an activity is known as a node. A node that indicates starting of an activity is known as a tail node. The node which indicates the ending of an activity is known as a head node. For example, if you consider an activity between 1 and 2, the node 1 represents a tail node and node 2 represents a head node. 1, 2 indicates an activity. Next, dummy activity. It is one which does not consume any resources like time or cost. That means there is a dummy activity in a network analysis where it doesn't consume any resources like time, cost, etc. The next, network. It is the representation of the project giving the interrelationship between activity. That means the network will give the interrelationship between the activities. It contains both the events and activities. It is also known as a RO diagram or flow diagram. Next, predecessors activity. An activity that must be completed immediately prior to the start of another activity. Suppose if you have a 6 activity, if I want to start with the 5th activity, first 4 activity must be completed. Then we known as a predecessor activity. The next path, it is an unbroken chain of activity arrows connecting the initial event to another to other events is known as a path. Critical path is known as longest path in a network from the start of event to end of event. It defines the minimum time required to complete the project. It is the longest path in a network from starting of an event to the ending of the event. It defines the minimum time required to complete the project. Then next, basic concept in network analysis. We have first earliest start time. It is denoted by EST and is defined as earliest occurrence time for the event from which the activity RO originates is known as earliest start time. Next, it is denoted by TEI, that is earliest time, earliest time for the initial node, that is I. And earliest finish time, it is defined as earliest occurrence time for the event from which the activity RO originates plus the duration of the activity. It is denoted by T E of I plus T of I activity between the nodes. Then latest start time, latest occurrence time for the node at which the activity RO terminates minus the duration of the activity, and it is denoted by TLI. It is latest start time for the beginning node minus T of ij, where T of ij is duration for the activity. Latest finish time, latest occurrence time for the node at which the activity RO terminates. It is the initial time for the node I. Then float, the difference between the next float, the difference between the latest and earliest activity time is known as float. Total float, if the job ij requires T of ij units of time for its execution, the total float for job ij is the difference between maximum time available for the job and the actual time it takes, and is given by TL of I minus TE of I minus T of ij, or it also given by LST minus EST, that is latest start time minus earliest start time. Free float, difference between its earliest finish and the earliest start time for its activity. That is free float for activity ij is T of Eij minus T of Ei plus T of Ij. Forward pass, in calculation of the earliest expected time for the activity of an event, we start from initial event and end with last event, is given by T of Ei plus T of Ij. Backward pass, in calculating latest allowable time for the activity of an event. We start from the final event and arrive at the initial event. That is given by TL of I minus T of ij. Slack, it is the difference between the latest allowable time and the earliest expected time, and is given by TL minus TE. Normal time, the regular time of completion of a project, which is the summation of the normal time duration of the critical activity and normal direct cost. Crash time, it is denoted by TC. Minimum time duration of the activities along the critical path. That means along the critical path, the total time taken, we call it as a crash time. Let us go for the numericals. Let us go for the first problem. A small project consists of the following jobs whose time estimates are given below. That is the given jobs and time. There are 7 jobs and the activity between the job 1 and 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 5 and so on. And time they are given for the activity 1, 2, it will take 15 days. Similarly for 1, 3, 15 days and so on. We need to draw an arrow diagram representing the project. You need to find float for each activity. You need to find the critical path and total project duration. Let us go for the solution. Arrow diagram, or we call it as a network diagram. Since it will start with the node 1, 2, is in the given question, the jobs we have, total number of jobs we have 7, and the activity between each job they are given, that is from 1 to 2, 1 to 3. We have to represent the arrow diagram, or you call it as a network diagram. Since they are given node 1, here you have to represent by a circle 1. You have to represent 1 with a circle, and you have to draw an arrow mark. That is an activity for 1, 2, 1, 2. That means the node 2 you have to write in front of 1. And the next activity they are given 1, 3. That means you have to represent the node 3 in front of 1. In front of 1 and below 2. You have to represent it as 3. Here I used 2 different thick line and thin line. I will tell you how to find the critical path at the end of the problem. The next they are given 2 to 3, and hence you have to show the arrow marker 2 to 3. The next they are given 2 to 5. That means you have to write the node 5 in front of 2. In front of 2, you have to put arrow marker. You have to represent the node 5. Then similarly, we have 3 to 4. We have 3 to 4. That means you have to represent the 4 node 4 in front of 3. Then next, they are given 3 to 6. They are given 3 to 6. That means you have to write 6 in front of 3. In front of 3, you have to write. But here I have not written, just below the 4 I have not written. The node 6, you need to represent in front of 3 as well as in front of 4, because in the given problem, the node, you have an activity between 4 and 6 and 5 and 6. And then the node 6, you have to represent in front of 3 as well as in front of 4 and 5 is at this place. Then next activity 4 to 5, you have to show arrow marker 4 to 5. Then next you have an activity 4 to 6, you have to show arrow marker 4 to 6. Then next you have 5 to 6, you have to show arrow mark 5 to 6. Then next you have to show arrow mark. We have a activity 6 to 7. You have to represent node 7 in front of 6 and you have to write arrow mark. This network diagram should be a closed one, and hence you have to write an arrow mark with a dash line. It is discontinuous line from node 5 to node 7. This completes the network diagram, and they're given the time taken for each activity. That I written the network diagram with two lines. One is thin line and thick line. For a time being, I forgot about the thick line. I will explain how to draw this thick line to identify the critical path. The next, the arrow diagram representing the project. This arrow diagram is over. Whatever the data they're given with respect to each activity, the time they're given, it is 15, 15, 3, 5. That means from activity 1 to 2, they're given 15. Here you have to write 15. 1 to 2, 15. Here you have to write 15. Similarly, for other activities, you have to write it on the network diagram. Then next 1 to 3, 1 to 3 are 15, 1 to 3 are 15. Then next you have 2 to 3 are 3. Here you have to write 3. Then next 2 to 5, you have 5. Here you have to write 5. Then next 3 to 4, 3 to 4, 8. You have to write 8. Then next 3 to 6, 12. 4 to 5, 1. 4 to 6, 14. 5 to 6, 3. 6 to 7, 14. Then for 5 to 7 it is 0, because in the given problem there is no activity between 5 and 7, and hence you have to consider as 0. Then next, after writing the given data in network diagram, next you need to construct a square and triangular block at each node. After constructing a network diagram, you need to construct a square or a rectangular block and a triangular block at each node. We say node 1, you have node 2, node 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After constructing this triangle and rectangular block, you need to fill the rectangular that is in forward direction. It is starting node 1 to node 7. That is starting node, the initial time is taken as 0. For node 2, 0 plus 15 is 15. For node 3, you have two direction. Either it has come from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, or from directly 1 to 3. 15 plus 3 will get 18. That is maximum. You have to write the values in the rectangular block in forward direction, taking the maximum value. Suppose if you take for the node 3, you take 0 plus 15, we will get 15 only. But for node 3, we have one more activity between 2 and 3. Therefore, 15 plus 3 is 18. That is the maximum value you have to write in forward direction. Similarly, for next node or next road, for node 4, we have only one arrow mark. Therefore, 18 plus 8, 26. Then next, for node 5, if you consider from 2 to 5, 15 plus 5, you will get only 20. Here you have one more activity between 4 and 5, 26 plus 1, you will get 27. This is the maximum value you have to enter at each node in the rectangular block. Similarly, for node 6, you have two arrow marks. That is from 5th node and 4th node. If you take from 4th node, 26 plus 14, we will get 40. Suppose we consider this from node 5, 27 plus 3, we will get only 30. And hence your right maximum, that is 40. Therefore, node 7, this is a dummy activity. You should not consider. You have only one arrow marker. It is from the node 6. 40 plus 14, we will get 54. You have to write 54. Then next, to fill these triangles, you have to fill in the reverse direction. that is in backward pass. Whatever the value you got 54 at the end of the node, the same value you have to enter here, 54, same value you have to enter here. The next for node 6, 54 minus 14 will get 40. For node 5, 40 minus 3 will get 37. Similarly, for node 4, you have two direction. 37 minus 1 will get 37. But you have to write in a triangular element, you have to enter the values with minimum value. That is in backward pass, you have to enter the minimum value. If you consider from 6 to 4, you have 40 minus 14 will get 26. Suppose if we consider from fifth node, 37 minus 1 you get 36, but you have to write the minimum value in backward direction. It is in a triangular. Then I return 40 minus 14 will get 26. Then next for node 3 you will get 18, that is 26 minus 8 will get 18. Then next node 2 you will get 15. Similarly, 15 minus 15 you will get 0. That is for the node 1. This complete the arrow diagram. Then next we need to construct the table in this manner. Here you have to write activity, that is ij, where I represents the initial starting node and j represents ending node. A normal time, that is t of ij, it is the time taken for the activity between ij. Earliest time, it is denoted by TEI, that is earliest starting time and finish time, and latest time, the start time, latest start time, latest finish time, and it is given by f dash equals TL of I. Let us go for how to fill this table. Whatever the activity they are given, you have to enter in this column. You have 1, 2 activity, you have 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 4, 3, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 6, and 6, 7. This is they're given in the problem. Whatever the activity they're given, between each node, you need to enter in the same order. The next column you have to fill with respect to the given data. In the given question, for the activity 1 and 2, the time is 15 days. Here you have to write 15, 15, 3, 5, 8, 12, 1, 14, 3, 14. Then next, after filling the given data in these two columns, you have to fill the earliest start time. This earliest start time, to fill the third row, third column, you have to consider the earliest start time, that is for I activity. It is for I activity, that is for this. That is for the activity 1 and 2, the starting node is 1, corresponds to node 1. In the previous arrow diagram, in the square block, we have 0, and then here you write 0. Since for the activity 1 and 3, the earliest start time is for the node 1, and then the time is 0. That is, here you have to enter in this column corresponds to the first node, that is 1, 1, we have 0, 0. For second, 2 and 3, the starting node is 2. In the network diagram, for corresponds to 2, we have 15. For 2, we have 15. For 3, we have 18. Similarly, for other activities, you have 18. For 4, you have 26, 26. For 5, you have 27. For 6, we have 40. That means to fill this column, you have to check with respect to the rectangular block, or you call it a square block value with respect to starting node of each activity. Then next, after filling this, you have to fill the finish time, that is latest finished time, is for 15 for the activity 1 and 2. If you consider the activity 1 and 2, the ending activity is 2, correspond to node 2 in network diagram. We have 15, that is in triangular. Then similarly for node 1 and 3 activity, we have 18 for 2 5, we have 37. For remaining activity, we have 26, 40, 37, 40, 40, 54. Then next, after filling this column, this column you need to fill with respect to triangular value at each ending activity. At each ending activity, here the ending activity is 2, correspond to 2 in the network diagram. In the triangle, we have value 15. For node 3, at in network diagram in triangle we have 18. Similarly for other activities. After filling these columns, you have to fill these two columns. You have formula TE of I plus T of ij. You know the value of TE of I and T of ij. 15 plus 5, 15 plus 0, we get 15. 15 plus 0, 15. 3 plus 15, 18. 5 plus 15, 20. 16, 30, 27, 40, 30, 54. That is, you need to add these two. 14, 26, 27, 3, 27, 30. Then next, you have to write latest start time. It is latest start time is given by TL of I minus T of ij. TL of I value, 15 minus 15 will get 0. 18 minus 15 will get 3. Similarly, 18 minus 3 will get 15. Similarly for other elements, 40 minus 3 will get 37. 54 minus 14 will get 40. You know the value of f dash and f. 15 minus 15 will get 0. 18 minus 15 will get 3. 18 minus 18, 0. 37 minus 20, 17, and so on. You will get a float value for each activity. After calculating a float value for each activity, then you have to check for which activity you got 0 as a float value. That is for activity 1 and 2, the float value is 0, and then you have to represent star. Similarly, for 2, 3, we have 0 float, and you have to write star. The next for 3, 4, float value is 0. The next 4, 6, you have 0 float value. The next for 6, 7 is 0. The next, after representing this star marks, that indicates the critical activity. It is critical activity, or we call it as a critical path. It is the critical path is 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 6, 6, 7. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 6, 6, 7. This is the critical path for the given problem. After finding critical path, you need to calculate a total project duration. Total project duration is given by for 1, 2. For the activity 1, 2, the time taken is 15. Here, right, 15. For 2, 3, activity 2 and 3, time is 3. Here you write 3. For 3, 4 is 8. Here you write 8. For 4, 6 is 14. Here write 14. For 6, 7, you have 14. Here you write 14. Then you get 54 days. This is the solution for the given problem. After getting the critical path, In the network diagram, along this path, you have to indicate the arrow mark as a thick line, which is shown previously. That is the arrow mark that is shown as a thick line. That is from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 6, and 6 to 7. This completes the solution for the given problem. Let us go for the next problem. Second problem, find the critical path and calculate slack time for each event for the given arrow diagram. It means they're given the arrow diagram, they're given. You need to find the critical path and you have to calculate slack time for each event. Let us go for the solution. Draw the project network, or you call it as a network diagram. Since they're given the network diagram, you need to copy down the same as it is. And here I used thick lines that indicates the critical path. I will tell you how to identify the critical path after calculating the values from the table. For a time being, I forgot about the thick lines. Whatever the diagram they're given, you need to copy down the diagram as it is with the values they're given. Then next, at each node, you need to construct a square and a triangular block. At each node, you need to construct a triangle and a square block, where square block represent the forward pass, backward pass for the activities. Because you start from the node 1, the initial value will take it as 0. For node 2, 0 plus 2, 0 plus 2 will get 2. For 3, 0 plus 2, you will get 2. Similarly, for node 4, 0 plus 1 will get 1. For next, we'll start from the node 2. For node 6, 2 plus 4 will get 6. For 7, node 2 plus 5 will get 7. For node 5, we have 2 arrows, that is from node 3 as well as from node 4. You have to enter here the maximum value. It is in the square block. You have to represent the value which is maximum in forward direction. If you consider this arrow, that is from node 3 to 5, 8 plus 2 will get 10. If you consider from node 4, 1 plus 3, you will get 4. That means the maximum value is 10, and hence here you write 10. It is 8 plus 2 is 10. The next, for the remaining nodes, that is for node 8. For node 8, you have 2 arrows from node 6 as well as for node 7. If you consider from node 6, 6 plus 1 will get 7. If you consider from node 7, 7 plus 4 will get 11. The maximum is 11. Here, right? For node 9, you have 2 paths, one from node 8, one from 3, will get 14. If you consider from node 5, 10 plus 5, you get 15. The maximum is 15, and hence you have to write 15. After writing the forward paths, you have to write backward paths. That is, you have to enter the values in this triangle. You have to, whatever the value you got at the end, you have to write the same value. That is, here you have to write 15. 15. Then next, for node 8, 15 minus 3, you will get 12. For node 5, 15 minus 5, you will get 10. 15 minus 5 will get 10. For node 6, we will get 12 minus 1, we will get 11. For node 7, 12 minus 4, we will get 8. Similarly, for other nodes, that is for node 3, 8, you have 8 minus 5, we will get 3. But if we consider from node 5, 10 minus 8 will get 2. That is minimum is 2, and hence here they would write 2. It is in simple terms, in triangle values, you have to write, that is in the backward pass, you have to enter the values in the triangle. That is a minimum value you have to enter. Similarly, for other nodes, that is for node 4, you have 10 minus 3, you will get 7. For node 2, 2, you have for node 2, 11 minus 4, you will get 7. Then next, for node 1, you have 3 arrow marks outward. If you consider from node 3, you have 2. For node 2, if you consider the node 3, you have 2. 2 minus 2 will get 0. Suppose if you consider from the node 2, then also we will get 2 minus 2 will get 0. And for node 4, 1 minus 1 will get 0. That is the minimum value you have tried. In simple terms, the starting node always you will get 0, 0, and the ending node will get the same value or same numbers. After writing these numbers, you have to construct the table. In the same manner, you need to construct the table where activity ij, duration T of ij, that is the time taken for the activity ij. Earliest start time, it is denoted by TEI, finish time TEI plus T of ij, and latest time, and you have to write float. Since in the problem they are not given the activity between the nodes, instead of that they are given the network diagram. With respect to the network diagram, you need to write the activity. That is, from the network diagram, the activity you have 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. Then from starting from, after completing activity from the node 1, you have to start writing with respect to second node. Second node, we have activity 2 to 6. Then next we have activity from 3 to 7. Then next we have activity between 3 to 5. That is, here you have to write activities in such a way that starting from node 1 to node 8. Because for node 9, we will not get any arrow marks. That is because it is an ending node. The next for fourth node, you have an activity between 4 and 5. 5, 9. Then you have activity between 6, 8. Then you have 7, 8. Then you have 8, 9. After writing activity between the nodes, you have to write the duration or the time taken to complete this activity. They are given in the problem. You have 2, 1, 4, 5, 8, 3, 5, 1, 4, 3. After writing the duration, you have to write the third column, that is earliest start time for the initial node of an activity. Initial node of an activity, it is 1, it is 0, and then here you write 0. Since for the activity 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, the initial node is 1, and hence the earliest start time is 0. Then next, for activity 2 and 6, the initial node is 2. Then we have to write 2, that is the corresponding node in the network diagram, we have 2, that is in the square block. For node 3, we have 2, that is whatever the values you have to write in this column corresponds to the square block of the initial node, or we call it as the starting node. For the activity 4 and 5, we have starting node is 4. You have to write 1. Similarly, for other activities, you will get 11. Then next you have to fill the latest time. That is latest finish time. You have to enter this column. that is with respect to the ending node. With respect to the ending node for the activity 1 and 2 is 2 corresponds to node 2 in the triangular value you have 7, here you write 7. For 3 you have 2, for 4 you have 7, for 6 you have 11, for 8 you have, for 7 you have 8, for 5 you have 10, similarly for other activities. That means to write this column, that is latest finished time, always you have to write with respect to the ending node of each activity. That is the ending node of each activity is 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 and so on. With respect to these nodes 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 in the network diagram, whatever the value you have in the triangular, the values you have to enter. After entering these values, you have to fill these two columns by the given formula. You know the value of T of Ei and T of Ij. 2 plus 0 will get 2. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 0 is 1. 4 plus 2 is 6. 5 plus 2 is 7. You have 10, 4, 15, 7, 11, and you have 14. Then to fill this column, you know the value of TL of I and you know the value of T of Ij. 7 minus 2 will get 5. Similarly, 2 minus 2 will get 0. 7 minus 1, 6. 11 minus 4, 7. 8 minus 5, 3. 10 minus 8, 2. 10 minus 7, 10 minus 3, you will get 7. 15 minus 5, 15 minus 5, will get 8. 12 minus 4, 8. 15 minus 3, will get 12. After writing these values, you need to calculate a float. That is the difference between latest finished time, that is f dash, minus earliest finish time. That is 7 minus 2, you get 5. 2 minus 2, you get 0. 7 minus 1, will get 6. 11 minus 6, will get 5. Similarly for other activities. After calculating the float value, you need to identify where the 0 we have. It is for the float. Here you have 0 for respective activities 1, 3. You have to write star mark. Similarly, next 0 we have for this activity. It is for 3, 5. Here you have to write star mark. Then next we have 0 for the activity 5, 9. Here you have to write star. You don't have any 0, you need to stop. Then next you have to write critical path, and hence the critical path is 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, 9, and hence 1, 3, 3, 5 and 5, 9. This is the critical path. Then next, after writing the critical path, you need to write the total duration of the project. From 1 to 3, the time duration is 2. Here you write 2. 3 to 5, you have 8. Here you write 8. 5 to 9, you have 5. Here you write 5. Then total days you will get 15 days. This is the solution for the given problem. After identifying the critical path 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, 9 in the network diagram, you have to make it as those arrow marks, you have to make it as thick line. It is from 1 to 3, 3 to 5 and 5 to 9. After getting the critical path in the network diagram, you have to make it as a thick line that shows the critical path and the total this critical path. And this is the solution for the given problem.